Hello and welcome to Sense Business YouTube channel. Today we'll be covering 1.5.1 Business Stakeholders. In this lesson, we will understand who business stakeholders are and their different objectives. And we'll then move on to understand how stakeholders are affected by business activity and how stakeholders impact business activities, and then we'll understand the possible conflict between different stakeholder groups. So let's start this lesson by understanding who stakeholders are. A person, a group or organization that has interest or concern in a business or company. So that's what stakeholders are. Anybody that has a little or a lot of interest or is affected by what your organization does. So that is what stakeholders are. So stakeholders can affect or be affected by organization actions and objectives and policies. So anybody that is slightly concerned, affected, is touched by your organization is a stakeholder. So here are examples of key stakeholders. So they're your shareholders or owners of the business, employees, customers, managers, suppliers, local community, pressure groups, the government, creditors, and directors. There are so many unlimited stakeholders a business can have. So there are internal or external stakeholders. So we could segment the stakeholders into two categories, so external and internal. Internal stakeholders are people who have an interest or concern from within an organization. So these are people that are within a business, people that work for us, people that are from the business. So for example, the employees, the owners, directors, managers, these are all your internal stakeholders. As you guessed it, external stakeholders are people who have an interest or concern from outside an organization or business. So this could be the government, customers, local community, competitors, suppliers, local radio station, TV stations, the newspapers. These are all external businesses or stakeholders that have an interest in your business. So these are all external businesses that have an interest, or external people that have an interest in your business. So therefore they become an external stakeholders because they are not from within your organization or company. So please don't get annoyed by ads during this video. That's how I can afford to upload more and more videos for you. Happy days. Examples of stakeholder interests and concerns. So owners are interested in how much profit the business makes. Managers might be concerned about their salary and future of their career. Workers might be interested to earn high wages and keep their jobs. Customers might be interested or concerned what the business produces, the quality of the product, at a reasonable price. Suppliers want the business to continue to buy their products. So lenders might be interested or might be concerned because they want to be repaid on time and in full. The community might be interested or affected or might be concerned because it has an interest in a business as it employs local people. Business activity also affects the local environment. For example, noisy nighttime deliveries or smelly factories would be very unpopular with local residents, and they would do everything they can to try and get rid of the business. So let's now understand different objectives of stakeholders. So different groups of stakeholders will have different objectives. So owners, for example, owners of the business. They have invested capital in the business. I hope you know what capital means. Yes, it means money. Well done. So objectives of owners would be to get profits from the business, and the growth of the business itself would be an objective for the owner. For the workers who are employees of the business, who give their time and effort to make a business successful, their objectives would be job security, job satisfaction, and a satisfactory level of payment for their efforts. So do you see how the objectives differ between these two stakeholders? Managers, employees of the business who manage a business, they lead and control the workers to achieve organizational goals. Objectives would be high salary, job security, status, and growth of business. Here are some more examples of different objectives of stakeholders. So consumers, these are people who buy goods and services from the business. So their objectives would be safe and reliable products, value for money, proper after sales service. Government manages the economy. The government charges tax and monitors the working of businesses in the country, and they introduce new policies, laws. So their objectives would be business to success, employments to be created, more taxes, and follow laws. So this stakeholder will have an objectives for that business, which are these four. Or there could be many more. A government could have many more objectives for a business, but I've listed four here for you to get a picture. So the community is another stakeholder of the business, and the community is all the people in a location who are directly or indirectly affected by the business's actions. So their objectives might be they expect more jobs, environmental protection. They want socially responsible products and actions of the business to be in favor of the environment. And that's where business conflict comes, because some of these objectives will clash with the different stakeholders. So how stakeholders are affected by a business activity? What you need to understand is that there are a number of ways stakeholders can be affected by business activities. Here I've given 1, 2, 3, 4 examples of how a business activity could affect stakeholders. If a business decides they want to reduce their staff, this activity would have a number of effects on a number of different stakeholders. So number 1 is employees. Some employees will lose their job and become unemployed. That's a big and direct effect on employees. Another effect would be customers may not get the same standard of service as there are less people working. So there could be longer waiting times, which means the customers may run off to your competitors. That's not something what you would want. Local community will have this business activity would have an effect on the local community, because unemployment will increase in this local community, and therefore the economy of that local community will go kaboom. The government will have an effect on the government, will receive reduced tax, so the government will no longer receive tax for the people that have been sacked, and may result in no money to reinvest. So if lots of businesses are getting rid of employees, so the government might not receive a lot of money which they could reinvest into school, hospital, and roads, which means that we might run out of schools, hospitals, and roads might be not very nice. Okay, if this video has helped you, please donate to me on PayPal. The link will be in description below. And thank you so much to those that already have done so. It means a lot. And I mean that from bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. How stakeholders impact business activities. So customers and community. In the long run, your ability to meet customer needs, to meet the needs of your customers and community is key to success. Customers provide the revenue and cash flow that your business needs to operate and ultimately earn a profit. You must understand customer wants and needs and meet them on an ongoing basis. Your community leaders and activists also hold your company accountable to act with social and environmental responsibility. This means that if you don't participate in the community activities and not give to charities, you could face negative public sentiment and backlash. If you don't meet the needs and wants of your customers and provide them with low quality goods, your customers will stop buying from you. Your business will fail due to unethical business activity. So now let's understand possible conflict between stakeholder groups. Just so that you know, there will be another video after this video completely focused on conflicts between different groups of stakeholders, so make sure you check that out. I will definitely upload that straight away after this video. So stakeholder conflicts arise when the needs of some stakeholder groups compromises the expectations of others. A business has to make choices which some stakeholders might not like. For example, employees and shareholder conflict. Employees want better terms and conditions and a safe working environment. This increases cost and may be resisted by managers and shareholders, because managers will want to minimize their budget and not overspend, and shareholders would want to minimize the cost so they could get better return for the amount of money that they have put into the business. Shareholders want to maximize profit for high dividends and therefore low costs. One way of reducing costs is to minimize staff payments through lower wages or redundancy, and by spending as little as possible to put the money in their own pocket. This is now an activity time, so well done for staying with me so far. So I want you to do the simple activity. So explain to me, who are Morrison's stakeholders and why are each important to keep happy? And then just follow on and complete all these tasks or little answers, answer all these questions. You can do this in comment section below, or you can create a PowerPoint presentation and then exactly how I've done it and send it to myself. And if it's really cool, I will upload it onto this YouTube channel so everybody else can see it as well. Well done, and I will see you on next lesson. Enjoy and watch this video again if needs be to make sure that it sticks in your head. Good luck on your exams. See you later.